Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Miss Cine, and we're here at the I Gotta Speak on It podcast. Today in the studio, I have my brother, E.CANADA.
What up, what up?
I have the talented and energetic rap artist, Mr. YOKO TWAZY.
Yeah.
And music executive artist and tour manager for over 20 years to some of the biggest name artists, Mr. Wendell.
Yo.
So what's up, guys? What's going on? How y'all feeling today?
Ready for the new year.
Where's the energy? What's up?
Big
What?
facts.
This is
2019, baby.
End of the year wind down energy right
I
now.
know y'all.
It's
The fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So, like, we've been going hard all year, so the
Yeah.
year's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
Facts. Facts.
How y'all feeling about the music that's been put out this year? I really feel like this was one of the biggest years in music that we've had. I don't know if y'all feel the same. Feel free to interject.
I mean, I feel like it's the year that 88 was a good year.
Yeah.
98 was a good year.
True.
I really don't remember 2008, but 2018 was a good year.
How y'all feel about it?
I feel like the new artists are taking off with a bang. Salute to all the old heads that made a way for us, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But we taking it in stride, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Real.
What about you, Mr. Wendell? What you think about 2018 so far?
I love it. I'm torn because I'm a hip hop head. So, like, I respect the new
Mm-hmm.
game. I definitely appreciate the money aspect of these new cats because it didn't used to be like that. But I yearn for good bars and good albums and like something I can just press play and go all the way through. So it was a exciting year, but I was disappointed in some of my artists that I had. It's like a fantasy team, like some of my cats that I was expecting a big album from kind of disappointed me. So, you know, so that was the year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But overall, hot singles, hot new artists, exciting, like Cardi, like what, like, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So, shout out to everybody that got to a lane that they were seeking. Because 2018 was really a validation for a lot of people,
Mm-hmm.
whether it was good or bad.
Right.
So you have the Tekashi scenario
Mm-hmm.
went bad.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you have the scenario where Kodak
Mm-hmm.
overcame whatever twice and
Mm.
put out what some people might say is a dope album this
Right.
year. He definitely made, Drake said it was a dope album. So
Okay.
you know what I mean? So
Drake said it.
Drake said it. It was a dope
That's
album.
the
so-
cosign.
you know what I mean? So, but I mean, to see what certain cats went through in hip hop was dope for me. So I like the story more than the music this year, I guess.
Okay, so with that being said, I want to hear from y'all what y'all favorite songs or albums of the year were. Because I know mine, I got a couple, you know, so I'm going to go last because I got a little list I made myself because, you know, I'm a list person. So, I'm going to turn it around, let the gentleman go first because, you know, I'm going to take my time.
I say, for me, I gotta go with Kodak Black. Like that.
That's your favorite?
That's my favorite album.
Like out of all the albums that came out in
Out of
2018, Kodak
all
Black?
the albums that came out this year, I gotta go with Kodak.
And it came out December 2018?
Yes, it came out December 2018.
So everything from January to November is not valid?
No. It was a lot of winners
There was
this
over
year.
20
There was a
epic
lot of
albums.
winners this
I mean,
year.
not
Yeah.
epic, but hip hop, like dope album from real artists. Kodak.
Kodak.
Shout out Kodak.
Shout out to
man.
Kodak.
Yeah,
Shout out to Kodak.
Yeah.
You got somebody here that says you got the number one album.
Yeah, he got
No
the
doubt.
Illest Breakfast Club interview.
Yeah,
Okay.
This
yeah.
year.
Yeah,
But-
that, I mean, it was some classic joints. I want to say, Cardi get Rookie of the Year for me. Like, she really, she like went above and beyond.
Mhm.
Like, so I got it. A lot of people didn't see her winning. A lot of people didn't
I
see
am
her
one.
winning. Yeah. She had a lot of doubters coming in the league, and she definitely got to get the Rookie of the Year. I think Nipsey Hussle had a dope album this year.
Big facts.
Yeah, Razzcazz.
Razzcazz. I didn't know he had an album.
Razzcazz album, fire.
I'm upset.
Razzcazz album, fire.
I
Yeah,
didn't
you on
know.
Yeah, that Razzcazz is fire.
Okay.
I feel like T.I. came back this year.
Yes.
Oh, hell
I
yeah.
feel like
Yes.
T.I. like we got the old trap star
Mm-hmm.
as an adult now. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Like yo, like
Mhm.
so I appreciated his album. I gotta say, yo, the Carters wasn't what I thought it would be.
Really?
The Carter, I mean, it.
Please don't
like,
get the Beehive over here,
Nah,
right?
nah. Shout out
I'm
to the
nervous.
Beehive. Shout out
Can
to
we
the
put a
Beehive.
disclaimer? His thoughts are not my
Yeah,
thoughts.
yeah, they coming for me. They coming
Well, it
for
was
me.
what I thought it would be.
Me
If that makes sense.
Yeah,
I'm not
I
Air
mean,
Canada.
this is my thing. I feel like those collab albums never are what you would think they will be. Because the Nas Kanye joint wasn't what I thought it would be. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, okay, yeah, that like I love Nas. You know, that's Queen. So, you know, I'm gonna always, you know, rep the borough, but I feel like him and Kanye didn't put out what I thought they would put out.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I think overall it was a lot of classic music this year. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What about you, Mr. YOKO TWAZY? What was hitting your ears this year?
Woo. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you getting hot. I see you.
Oh,
I see
yeah.
you.
Oh man, yeah, I gotta take this off.
Yes,
folks.
yes, yes.
It ain't no
Get
joke
comfortable.
for real.
Get comfortable.
No
See
joke
what
for
happens when you
real.
don't listen to the old lady in the room?
So I gotta speak on it. Let me take this
Yeah,
off real
yeah,
quick.
yeah.
Still warm, man.
Speak on
Still
it.
warm, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of heat in the room, man. We in here, man. You know, we fired.
Yes, 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 absolutely. So what was on your in your ears this year?
Alright, so I definitely gotta say, the Kashi 6ix9ine, Dummy Boy,
Okay.
I've been bumping like non-stop.
Okay.
For real. Like he got one track on there featuring Kanye. And I feel like Kanye really went in on this. Like for real. Usually, you know what I'm saying, I don't really listen to too much of Kanye. And then I was like, dang, bro, actually, okay, yeah, let me hear, play that back. What'd he say? Like, yeah, that's what I know, you know what I'm saying? So, it's gotta be that. That's been the album that I've been bumping. Far as songs, man, I gotta give it to Flocka. Flocka dropped that Flockavelli 2.
Okay.
Fire.
Okay. Okay.
Fire.
Man, I missed out on a lot this year.
Shout out Big Flock, man. I got history with folks. It's going down.
Okay.
Plus, man, what's bro name? What's bro name? Oh, can't forget it. XXX Tentacion.
Rest in
Yeah,
peace.
yeah.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
XXX Tentacion. Bro got the album and that joint is fire too. So I've been rocking with him like heavy. Plus, I listen to a lot of alternative rap, and he kind of slowed it down a little bit, but he still brought it back up to the normal speed, and it still goes in the way I feel all the songs, every last one of them. And as far as like the Carter, I like that that Don't Cry, like they got X on it,
Okay.
lit, like all the way,
Yeah.
you know. But my favorite song that I've been really bumping so far would have to be Sazave by my band's Big Haitian Fresh, man.
Okay.
I rock with Haitian Fresh. Shout out to my Haitians, you already know what it is.
Like
Moula,
I said.
moula. It's like I fat we in this, you feel me? Straight up. I love my Zoes, man. I say I if you didn't know. You feel me?
Yes.
And yeah, like, definitely.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's a nice list. You got me wanting to listen to some stuff that I didn't
Yeah,
get
that
to
was
listen
kind
to.
of, yeah.
I mean, it's
Right.
still 2018.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I still have
Yeah.
time to listen since it's still 2018. Thank you.
Okay, yeah.
Mr. Wendell, what was on your list of hits?
Okay, so like I look at the industry different.
Okay.
So my winner for 2018 was Coach K, bro. Like shout out Coach K.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I do what that man does, bro, and just respect, bro. Just the roster, just the movement, just the music that came from Quality Control, and just the whole like the game, like seeing the. Like, we really gonna grind this out. We really gonna push Lil Baby. We really gonna push Gunna. We really gonna. So, my first go to Coach K, because shout out, like, that man life got to be crazy, bro. Like, you got Migos, you got like the management. So, just from the management side, my 2018 go to Coach K.
Okay.
From the music, Drake. Like, I'm not even about to go
Really?
back and forth.
He said, I'm not going back and forth.
Like,
He
it's not
said,
even-
no, I'm not going back and forth.
Like, hands
Hands
down,
down.
the Hove had the hottest verse.
Okay.
Drake had the hottest collection of verses.
Okay.
And any song that is the hottest song has to be associated with it. Shout out Travis Scott, Astro World. But again, Drake, like, so Drake had 2018 on lock. God's Plan wasn't really my favorite on the album, but I understood, I really liked the video and the movement, and it really got people in some kind of giving type of thing. So when hip hop, because that's the essence of hip hop, is to have people move a certain type of way.
Right.
Post Malone had a dope album.
Right.
Like you said, Nipsey had a dope album. Shout out Wayne for actually getting to release the Carter 5.
Yeah.
That's my man. We go back a long time. So
Okay.
shout out Wayne. Shout out. Tell you who had an interesting thing. Kanye.
Mm-hmm. Yay, the Yay album?
The Yay album.
I was on that. I was on that. I
It
like
was.
that.
I'm gonna use the word interesting.
So interesting. I like interesting.
You know what I mean? Like, so I would say I was all around not particularly listening to the commercial
Right.
music that was out,
Right.
and I was focusing a lot on the artists that I'm working with. So I was very strategic on what I listened to.
Mm-hmm.
Love J. Cole. He was one of the people
Was
who
it
was
the KOD album?
disappointed on my fantasy team.
Mm.
You know what I mean? The KOD was
No, a no-go for you?
KOD was a no-go, and KOD in Miami closed, so it was almost like it was just a bad 2018 for KODs. You feel me?
I
Like,
didn't listen.
so, yeah, like
Yeah, I
again,
haven't
how
put
you
on
not
to
listen
it
to a
either
Cole
yet.
album?
Yeah.
So that's just So my 2018 was kind of that.
Okay. Well, y'all ready for my list? Which I am so shocked that nobody put Meek on their list.
Nah.
Meek had a good year. I'll say that Meek had a good year. Well, the hottest verse.
Yeah,
of
y'all
the
keep
year-
talking about Jay's verse.
Yeah, that
but what
verse
about the
was-
man Meek? This was his album. Like, y'all just let Jay overshadow his whole album?
That it did. It
Wow.
did. It
Okay,
did.
let me get back to my list because y'all about to get messy.
I rock with me, but I have not heard none of his new joints.
You have not?
I've not heard. I've been slipping.
Oh my
I gotta
god.
get on it.
Oh my god. It's cool though. It's cool. It's cool. You got time. You got time. So, so Meek Mill is on my list. T.I. is definitely on my list. I love that album. I think that album is dope. The Carters was on my list. You know, like they had a lot of good thought-provoking songs too on that album. Of course, Ape Shit was like the ill party song or just something to get me hyped in the morning when I'm getting dressed.
Yeah.
That's a Migos record?
Yeah.
Really?
Migos record. That's
Yeah.
Quavo.
Quavo wrote
actually
that.
wrote that.
Really?
And on the hook.
So I got. Okay.
So, shout out.
Shout out to Meek.
See, I didn't know this. I didn't know this.
You feel me?
Shout out Quavo
Shout
Honcho.
out.
I didn't know this.
Back to Coach K, you feel me?
See?
No doubt, no doubt.
Listen.
Managers, bro, making strategic
See?
moves for their artists. You feel me?
See, let me
Stand
tell
up.
you, y'all are the professionals. I'm the music enthusiast.
Yeah.
So school me.
Yeah. that
Feel
was-
free to school me.
That was originally a Migos record, Ape Shit, and then it
Oh.
got to In the Mix, and Quavo actually stayed on the hook and the writer.
Dope.
So, but yeah, not taking that away
Okay.
from J and B, but that party vibe you got.
That was
the
okay.
Migos.
Oh, okay. Well, excuse me.
Yeah.
Shout out to y'all.
Yeah.
So I did like Scorpion, of course. Scorpion had a lot of hits on it. Shout out to Drake for Scorpion. But I have some people on here that, you know, I feel like didn't get no real love or play. Like Jim Jones, Wasted Talent. I really like that album.
Yeah, that
I was
fine.
feeling Wasted Talent. Jim Jones shocked the hell out of me because
Didn't even know Jim
you
released that.
see what I'm saying? Nobody showed him love, but Jim,
I
was
like
listening.
the theme of it because he did the whole Bronx Tale thing.
Right,
which was
right,
a classic movie.
right.
So yeah, I don't think you could lose when you
It was dope.
theme your whole album behind Bronx Tale.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was dope.
And he was another one who had a song called Best Life. So he was on that Best Life wave. Like that album is dope. Y'all have to listen to that. So Jim Jones, and also, have y'all heard of an artist named Nayo? I think I put you on to him. Nayo. Phylogynous. That album is hot.
I gotta get on.
Yo.
You told me about him earlier today.
Yeah, that
I
shit.
haven't heard of him. I haven't, can't say I listened to it.
Yo, that album from beginning to end. First of all, he turned me out to the trap stuff. Because I'm gonna be honest, I'm one of those people that's like, I can't do this trap shit. I can't do this trap shit. I can't. I listened to that man album, and then after that, listened to T.I.'s new album.
You
I
back
was
in
like,
the
fuck
trap.
it. I'm trapped.
Trap
I'm
queen.
trapped. I'm trapped. So
They got me trapped.
2018, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, 2018 was the year that I got trapped. I got trapped this year. And then, I will say this. Let me say this in the most humble way that I can. So my number one album was in fact Invasion of Privacy, which I would have never thought that I would say, Cardi B. I would have never thought that I would actually say that Cardi B was going to be my number one album, but my reason behind that is because music to me is what feelings sound like. And I'll be honest with you, like almost every song on her album I could relate to in some way. Like the Get Up 10, like when some people trying to knock you down and you keep getting back up, I could relate. Freaking Ring Ring Ring, when a nigga play you cold and stop calling you or something, I could relate. What was it? Be Careful. When you telling somebody you better be careful of me, like don't play. Do you know who you playing with? I could relate. Definitely Living My Best Life. Her Best Life song was dope, and there was something else on there. That other song that she got. Jeez, what's that other song?
Well, that Bodak Yellow kind of.
That was the only one I didn't care for.
Well,
That's why I never used to like her, because
Yo,
I was like, I don't do this.
that song was real.
Yo,
That Bodak Yellow, I want to say kind of. Yo, if you gonna say the top 10 songs of the year, you gotta put that Bodak Yellow.
No, I'm talking about for me.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Not
a lot of people was hating. I think.
It's not hating. Hold on.
Okay,
Hold off on the
okay.
word hating. Okay. Let's hold off, because I always go on record saying that I totally like Cardi's come up. Respect. I always respected Cardi's
Right,
come up.
right.
Her music was just never for me. Like that Bodak Yellow, I couldn't relate to. You know what I'm saying? I'm not rocking bloody shoes. I'm not doing none of that stuff. I just couldn't relate to it. But when I listened to that album, he had to force me to listen to the album. I was like, stop calling me to tell me to listen to this album.
Yeah.
When I listened,
He tried to force me to be colorblind.
seriously, I was like, I'm not with it. But when I listened, I guarantee you, I'll never forget the day. I was in the gym. I turned on that album. Yo, I was in the gym for like an extra hour. Like I was hitting it. Like I lost a legit 15 pounds off of Cardi's album this year. Seriously, and I ain't playing. I'm
Shout out Cardi.
Shout out to Cardi for giving me my snapback.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cardi for making my snapback right. So yeah, I'm gonna give Invasion of Privacy. My bad, everybody. I know I went on social media before and was like, yeah, I can't do this. So I'm gonna tell everybody right now, yes, Cardi, in my opinion, had the best album. And I wouldn't say she's a rookie of the year because she was the rookie last year,
I was about to say
2017.
she about to be 3 years
Yeah,
in a row
she
rookie
was-
of the year, fam.
Yeah, she was rookie last
Be
year.
rookie of the year 3 years
I feel
in a
like
row.
she was redshirted last year.
Nah, no, she wasn't.
I feel like she
She
was.
swept the MTV. She was everywhere.
She
man.
was.
Yeah.
That's
Like
when
a
I was
movie
like,
that
no.
come out
Performances was
like
crazy.
right in the
Yeah.
wrong time of the year. It was like, did the
Crazy.
movie come out last year?
Exactly.
This year? How did it win an Oscar? It's the same thing with Cardi.
Yeah.
But she's not a rookie, fam.
No, she's not, because last year was when I was on my, I can't listen to this. Right? And then this year, she made me a believer.
But she's the female. She won the female battle of 2018.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hands down.
Oh.
That's hands down.
Yeah.
Yo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's
It hurts me
yeah,
to say it. Like
Yeah.
personally, it hurts me to say that.
Yeah.
Shout out Remy and the new baby.
I know, right?
What up, son?
Congratulations.
What up?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it hurts
Goes
me to
far.
say that,
Yeah.
but like, Cardi ran away with it on the female side.
She did.
Like, I think her verse on the G-Eazy remix, like, really was like, whoa, Cardi. Like, that's what made me like, okay, Cardi over here, because like she continuously bodied
Mhm.
like Juvenile back in the day. Every 16 he jumped on was like, oh my god.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Cardi was able to master not only that, but her music sustaining that
Mhm.
sound, which like you said, so I get it, like the substance was actually there. And it was
Yeah.
like, whoa, she's not just stripping and talking, like she,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
And you know what was
Absolutely.
funny? You know what was funny? And I told Eric this because I've always been against, let me not say against, let me watch my words, right? I wasn't rocking with Cardi because I was like, I didn't feel any substance. And I watched the interview with her. I forgot who was interviewing her, I don't remember. But she even said that there was growth in her music this year because she listened to herself and decided that, like, she paid attention to her flow and she changed her flow up. And I said, this is why I'm feeling her now, because the flow that she's using now, this is what I'm used to hearing, so I get it. Now I can connect. But before I wasn't able to connect. Now she's bringing more substance. So shout out to, like, I'm here for improvement. And I mean, who am I? I'm just a person listening, but I mean, I noticed the growth. You know, aside from all the social media drama and all the nonsense, I do notice the growth in her music, and I'm here for it. What y'all feel about all the industry beefs that happened? I feel like the beefs gave us some real good music. What y'all saying?
I can't even flex on it. Like,
Yo,
Which one want to go first? Who's going first?
real quick, before we even get into that,
Mhm.
in the words of Big, what's beef? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if that was really beef. Like that's drama.
Pusha T and Drake? That wasn't me?
No.
No? That wasn't me?
Nah,
No?
it's drama. It's a lot
It's
of
drama?
drama in hip hop. Like I feel like hip hop's become a reality show now.
Everything.
You know what I'm saying? Like everything. You know, even my man Kanye, who to this day is one of the dopest hip hop producers,
Mhm.
but it's so much drama around him that we forget how dope he is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like there was a lot of drama. I feel bad for Tekashi because that drama kind of got taken to another place. You know what I'm saying?
Horrible place.
You know, so, yeah, just a lot of drama. So I wouldn't call it beef, though. Yeah.
You didn't feel like a lot of the dopest songs that came out was as a result of the drama? Like, I mean, do we like drama? Like, we
Oh, that's
like
what
the
hip-hop is.
dramatics of hip hop?
That's hip hop. That's
Y'all
the
into that?
basics. Like hip hop culture. I think hip hop culture is always based off of has always been based off of I'm doper than you. Like if like I remember a while back when Papoose said that he was doper than Jay-Z, and everybody
Really?
came at Pap. But my thing is, you're
You're
supposed
supposed
to
to.
feel like that. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Mhm.
That's hip hop.
Right.
Like you go back to the early basics of hip hop, it was like who had the dopest rhymes, who could move the crowd like the MC. Like
Right.
that's what it was. They came to the party to move the crowd. I feel like this generation is going back to that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
This generation is all about the vibe, the energy. It's not like bars like it used to be.
Right.
Like,
Right.
you know, the golden era was all about bars, who had the dopest metaphors. And this is back to basics.
Mhm.
Like early hip hop wasn't bars.
Mhm.
You know, like it was to the hip hop, the hip hop. You know what I'm saying? That
Mhm.
ain't bars, you know what I'm saying? But it gave you a vibe, it gave you a feeling.
Right.
That's what we seeing now. So
Yoko, you do you agree with that? Because you're part of the new generation. So how do you feel about like the drama? Like, do you think it adds or it takes away?
as far as like the drama, I'm gonna keep it 100. See, me being an artist, I already know I'm finna reach to a whole higher self. So I can't really speak on no type of names like that, because if I do,
Right.
then it's gonna come back on me.
Mhm.
So, and I'm not about beef. I'm about making good music and, you know, supporting my fans. That's what it is.
Yes, yes. And I mean, speaking of which, I listened to one of your songs called what is it? Put down the guns.
Yeah, put the guns down.
Put the guns down. Yes, excuse me. That was, I mean, when I listened to that, I was very impressed because for a person your age to put something like that out for your generation, I felt that it was much needed, and I commend you for doing that because nowadays,
Respect.
yeah, nowadays, you know, a lot of people think it's dope to just promote violence, but to see someone in your generation saying, put the guns down, you know, we don't need to do this, I think that was dope, so let me commend you for that. What brought that about? What made you write that song?
I just got tired of looking on the news and seeing young brothers get killed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I got tired of people trying to be 21 Savage and not they self.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's all about being yourself. You ain't gotta have no gun to be cool. Point blank, period.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Anybody can have a gun. Any fool can have a gun. You know what I'm saying? Take a real man to pull it in a real situation. You know what I'm saying? But you got people out here really killing each other for no apparent reason whatsoever. Like, what you killing each other for, bro? Like, you need to come together, euthanize as one. People not understanding it. So, me being young might put that in their head to be like, yo, put the guns down, bro. Use these hands. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't want to use hands no more. They ready to pick up a gun and kill. Oh, it's over after that.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
You know
They
what
don't
I'm
think
saying?
that they're losing their life as well because they're going to jail.
Exactly. You gotta think that person got a mama, a daddy,
Mhm.
a grandmother, probably a son, a daughter that is never gonna see them again.
Mhm.
Like it's serious like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like for real.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. I saw you. I think I saw something of you, a footage of you in the box. Do you box?
Yeah, I've been getting into that.
Hold up. I see him over here boxing.
real. You got them
He said how he
hands,
put up his
yo.
hands. He's like, put up the hands. I was like, yeah, he be boxing. He be boxing. That's why he's telling me to put the guns down because he know how to box.
So let's put it up, yo.
He's like, let me show you how to do this, son. That's what he's
That's the
talking
real way
about.
to do it,
No
though.
Yeah,
doubt,
yeah,
yeah.
no, that's smart. That's smart,
Yeah.
and I commend you for that. I think that's
A lot
really
of these
dope.
dudes wouldn't be who they were without a gun.
That's
Really,
true.
They
Yeah,
be
real
out
talk.
here
It's true.
getting smacked in their mouth.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, that's just the real.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, yeah, put them down. Put the gun with you. Hey, bro. Put them
That's
down,
what's
bro.
up, yeah.
Real
Talk,
talk.
yo. Yeah.
Hands up.
How you
Well-
feel about the drama, Mr. Wendell?
Yeah, I
What you think? Does it add or take away to the music?
It's bad.
It's
For
bad.
me, it's
I
bad
guess.
for business.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, as a fan,
Mm-hmm.
like, I hated to see Pusha in that space.
Right.
Cause I come from the crack selling, you feel me, Pusha, flipping, Bird, like, I miss Malice, I miss the clips. So like, I hate to see Pusha in a commercialized space. He couldn't, like, there was no win.
Okay.
Drake was gonna body you no matter what, and Kanye wasn't gonna help you no matter what. So it was no win. So I hated to see Push in that because of the drama and because you have two huge forces in Ye and Drake. And Pusha is like in hip hop, like you have your bosses and then you have your pew. It's been like that from the jump.
Right.
So Push, you can't go to war with a boss. And like, no knock on Push because he's his own boss in his own right.
Mm-hmm.
But when you get to drama, and I agree with Drake, there's no rules like with beef.
Right.
Like there's no, like we fight, like dudes say put the hands up, cool, we got the hands, but like if I'ma kick you, I'll kick you too, cause like, you ain't finna whoop me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna pick up no gun, but I got feet, like you're not gonna flip me, like toss me, none of that, bro.
Right.
Like we gonna really fight.
Right.
So
Yeah,
in hip hop, when it, like you said, beef, like when Cannabis and LL was really beefing, or like Easy and Dre and Snoop really jumping on records, really like going off. That was when beef made music good. So it was like hit records, like you said, you know, Jay would go drop bombs on Clue, and now it's he got this, and then you wake up in his ether, and it's like, whoa, what happened?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute, wait a
like
minute.
Jay was just up. What happened?
Right.
So no. So
Like
in that
50 and Ja
form, it's
Rule.
not creating good music. It's creating people who were idols or who had the potential to be something. Like even Meek suffered.
Yeah.
Meek going to jail helped Meek recover from his drama / beef.
I agree.
So it should not everybody's gonna have that opportunity. So you don't wanna go get, so for me on the business side and as the manager side, it's bad for business. So unless I'm managing Drake, and even then, it's like Mayweather, I don't want you to go get knocked out.
Right.
Let's keep this good record we got going. Don't go out there messing with people, you could take an L. And Kanye is still Kanye. Like, that man didn't get here being no chump. So I don't like to see it go to where it messes up the business. And it messes up the identity of the artist that they worked their career to establish, because you beefing, not even really beefing right with somebody. Like you said, come with hot music, yeah, we got bangers out the deal, yeah. But if all it takes is one song and then the beef is like the Tory Lanez joint, like that man couldn't, come on, bro. Like you really didn't want that with Tory.
Right.
But at least he tried, but he went all out and he tried. Then he said, respect, Tory got me. That was real beef. I respected that. Because Tory had to come with some real, but I was like, oh, you feel me? Like you didn't have to do him like that, but he did. But it wasn't on commercial shit.
Right.
It was on some, we got bars, nigga, and we could do this all day. So yeah, if that's gonna happen, yeah. But if it's just gonna be
Now look at Pusha. You getting beer thrown at you at a show,
That's
bro.
so disrespectful.
Like,
So
like,
damn
like
disrespectful.
that, it messes up the game.
So
It just
disrespectful.
makes
It
the
turns
game.
you into a
Yeah, it
whole
makes
nother
the-
situation.
Yeah, I don't work at the WWE. I work at hip hop, bro. Like,
That's when your
Right.
ego takes over, and now
yeah.
somebody got to get it.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I
it's
don't. I come
disrespectful.
from Jack the Rapper and Impact Music Conference. Like we
That's
was fighting
crazy.
like it's 100 people fighting.
Right,
Like
yeah.
we just gonna clear the stands like the Source Awards.
Yeah,
We're not
ugh.
beefing
Somebody
on
gonna
the
get
internet.
hurt.
Yeah,
Mhm,
somebody
yeah.
really about
Somebody
to
gonna
get.
get really hurt.
Yeah, and everybody's okay with that
Yeah,
because
yeah.
that kept you from running your mouth.
Right.
It was a self-check system.
Mhm.
You ain't want to get smacked when you seen so and so out, because you know so and so was really gonna put their hands on you.
Mhm.
They wasn't just talking on this record, or they see you on the, like niggas talk about on site
Yeah,
back in the
on
day.
site, mhm.
Wasn't no Twitter or something back in the day. It was literally, oh that's dude.
Yeah, that's it. Yep.
Real talk.
Yeah.
I heard you saying something in Little Rock, like
Right.
nigga on the radio 2 months ago. That's
Mhm.
beef.
That's beef. Yeah.
Now it's 2019 and everybody want to get the new Phantom truck.
Mm.
And then also too, I feel like there's a lot of trolling.
So
Like,
I was gonna ask about that. What is trolling? I hear that a lot.
I mean,
Oh, put me on the game.
like basically it's like when you have these rappers out here, and I hate to say it because my man is down right now,
Mhm.
but 6ix9ine, shout out to 6ix9ine, you know, and I hope he come home soon, but he did a lot of internet trolling.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like the whole, yo, I'm gonna go out to Chicago and I'm gonna be in your hood. I'm out here where you at, and then you find out that he was out there like at 3 in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it's kind of like you doing stuff just for likes and for attention, and you know what I'm saying. So a lot of this beef, and like I said, I don't even consider beef. A lot of this drama is for attention. You know what I'm saying?
So is that what trolling is? Trolling is like just fake news to cause attention and
Yeah.
chaos?
Yeah.
That's what that's called? Because they say 50
Big
Cent is a
facts.
troll. Is that
Hell
what it
yeah.
is? A beef
Yeah.
starter, basically.
Mhm.
He would be more.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to get
My
someone
man
to-
would be the
Right.
resident expert.
Is
on
that what
it.
trolling
Yeah,
is?
'cause
Yeah, that is like I had my share of trolling.
Okay.
I seen
Like
it
you
out
did
before.
trolling?
Hell no.
Oh, okay.
I had people troll on me like crazy.
Really?
to try and provoke you to do something or
Yeah.
respond to him or
Oh,
something.
wow.
Yeah,
That's
like
sad.
so
That's
I got like
wild,
I be on this app and it's a worldwide app. It's called Live.me,
Mhm.
and you know what I'm saying, through regrets to God, I got hella fans on there.
Okay.
Like so, a lot of people just come on there and be like, yo, you know what I'm saying, they rock with it, and some people just be like, they see how many people rocking with it, and they be like talking shit.
Right.
I be like, damn, like one dude. The thing that really gets me, somebody talk about my mama. They don't know
Mm.
the story behind it. You feel me?
Mhm.
But we ain't gonna get into that because
Mhm.
it's real. But like that's the only thing that can really get to me, and that's what I'm trying to work on towards that, not letting that get to me. But
Mhm.
they use that, and then they see like I end up blowing up on them. But now when they do that, I just clown back on 'em.
Right.
Like I just really like, you know what I'm saying, making all my fans laugh at them, and some of them get mad and even block them.
Mhm.
So it's like, you know,
Crazy.
it's wild.
Yeah, I
It'd
think
be
that's
like-
horrible.
Yeah.
That's horrible. Like just trouble starters. But
Yeah.
Yoko, I did want to ask you, what inspired you to be a rapper? Like, when did you start rapping, and when you started, what inspired you to be a rapper?
I gotta say, what actually really pushed me is my big brother. Shout out Ross Staten, you know what I'm saying? Straight out of Nashville, squad. Bow, bow, bow. Yeah, bro.
He good on the shout outs.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Y'all gonna get y'all shout outs.
So, yeah. But see, he got me started when I was the age of 6.
Oh wow.
And I was just got me practicing. I started battling in high school.
Wow.
I started going against everybody in this big ass circle. Then we started performing in
Cycle.
auditoriums.
Mhm.
And then from there, just hit different shows, and everything just was like, it wasn't new to me anymore. It was like, all right, yeah, they love this shit. I'm gonna give them what they want, like, you know. So, but that's what really got me into it heavy. Now, what got me into it heavier to where I'm here now, like to making the moves that I am right now, is like I said, like I took a toll on my life and I lost a special person in my life, and it's very serious. Due to domestic violence, I lost my mother when I was 19, and that really fucked me up heavy, mainly because I seen the action, you know, and I seen how it happened,
Mhm.
and that really, you know, like, yeah,
Yeah, it affected you, but it pushed you, like you used your pain to
Mm-hmm.
motivate your passion.
Mainly because she was my biggest supporter. Like she be on like, hey, what? Hold on, nah, she a cookie lion. Like, nah, man, I need something different.
That's dope.
I need something different. Like, you scratch
I'm
all
a
that.
cookie lion myself. It's like that.
Shout out to all the cookie
Yes,
lions
shout out to all the
out there.
cookie lions. Yes. That's so dope. I remember when I first met Yoko. I met him in a studio. Actually, I was working with Self from ELPD. I messed that up. My bad, Self. Yeah. So I was working with him, and I walked into the studio, and I looked on the couch, and first thing that caught my eye was his Haitian flag on his head. I was like, hold up. Because I'm Haitian. I was like, hey, what's up, boy? You know what I'm saying? But I looked at him and I was like, this dude looks like a star. Like, he just had, like, something around him. It was like his aura. I just saw, like, I was like, yeah, he's dope. Without even hearing anything, I was like, I could tell he's going to be dope. So that's how we connected. And you did share that story with me about your mother, and I thought that was amazing that you were definitely using your pain to move forward with your passion in the rap game. So that's dope. Now, what else I wanted to, what you got anything you want to ask Mr. Yoko?
What artists inspired you? Like, from your generation, like what artists do you look at and say, yo, that's who inspires me? From the old school, what would you say?
Definitely gotta go with my man Biggie.
What?
I'm talking about, hey bro, he going platinum right now. You heard it first.
I can see stars. I know stars when I see them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you the A&R.
Yeah, I know stars when I see them.
Right?
That's it.
He's a winner.
I know.
That's what's up. That's what's
So
up.
with that being said, like,
Wow.
you know, I feel like
So
I'm
good to hear.
I feel like I'm a big golden era type person. And I had this discussion with E before, and I was like, you know, I feel like us 90s people, the ones that are all about the 90s music. Oh, sorry y'all, that's my GPS trying to tell me where I'm at. Yo,
Trying to get some shine.
right, chill out, GPS always messing my stuff up. And I shut off my phone, I guess not.
If you don't want your GPS on all of your videos, all of your
All on your
podcasts.
Damn.
Get waves.
God, letting everybody know I don't know where I'm going. Shout out to the GPS for blowing my whole life right now. Anywho, yeah, so I was wondering because like I was watching the Soul Train Awards not too long ago, a couple of weeks ago, and it was like a 90s theme. And I was like, damn. And I was feeling it because it was a 90s theme, of course. But I was like, are we annoying? Are people from the 90s mad annoying? Like, do you get annoyed by some of us where we're always talking about our era, how dope we were, how y'all got mumble
Born in
rap?
1992.
Yeah, but you was, okay, listen, I was graduating.
No, I know what you said. I'm just saying, I'm a 90s baby too.
That doesn't annoy, like, okay, so do you have any friends or your fellow artists that be like, these dudes always trying to compare us to their era? Like, does that bother you? You do?
I mean, I just love to talk, man. People don't talk.
Right.
So I can't be like, hey, bro, shut up.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
I just gotta let you talk. Like, it's all good, though.
But you feel like do you have you listened to, like, has the 90s music inspired you?
I would say, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I can kind of hear, and I'm not trying to be biased, but when I, you know, like I said, I go on record saying I haven't been a big trap person, but I've listened to some of YOKO TWAZY's music, and I actually can understand some of the stuff that he's saying, and I told him before, like, I feel like he has that storytelling thing, too, so that's why I'm feeling him, you know, but I do, you know, some of that mumble, I can't get with the mumble.
I'm gonna check the music out, bro.
Nah, he's good, he's good.
Appreciate that.
The mumble rap, you know, is what pushed me away from the trap stuff. But that's why I was asking him if 90s music has influenced him because, I mean, I can understand what he's saying on his music.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can kind of tell when someone has been influenced by the 90s because they keep that structure in a way. Yeah.
Structure.
The structure, what is that?
Yeah, what
That's
is
why
that?
I rock what you when you said about that, like with Cardi B,
Mhm.
because that's how I want my music to affect people.
Mhm.
Like, you know, like if you listen to it and you really going through some shit like that, play that shit back, you know what I'm saying? Be like, oh, okay, hold on, that's what he said. Like, yeah, like I don't never want to be no mumble rapper. I could never be a mumble rapper.
Right.
And like, cause I want people to understand what the hell I'm saying.
Right.
Like,
And relate.
right. Like I want you to be like, oh shit, play that back, bro. Like,
Like you too? Oh, he went through that too. Me too.
right.
Know?
Like, you know.
But you know what though? I feel like as a 90s head, we gotta kind of look at ourselves because we created mumble rap. Cause
No.
you gotta understand, like, we didn't show them the way in terms of the culture.
Okay.
Because I feel like the culture's kinda, it's dead right now. You know what I'm saying? Because if you even look at like the basic elements, you know, of hip hop, you know, the DJing, the graffiti, and you know, all that stuff, like that's gone. You know what I'm saying? So we didn't teach them the culture. What we taught them was it's all about the Benjamins. You know what I'm saying? We taught them, you know, get money.
Right.
Like this is the stuff that we was teaching them. So when they said, okay, you know what? I could take this and get money. You know what I'm saying? That's what they did. They didn't have that respect for the culture like we did.
Right.
Because, you know, a lot of our rappers, you know, they wasn't getting money like that.
Right.
They was doing it for the love.
True.
So I feel like a lot of artists right now ain't doing it for the love, they doing it for the bag. So,
Right.
you know, but I think that also it'll evolve back into what we knew it as. Like, there'll be another golden era. We'll probably never see it. But there'll be a rapper that's their Biggie, you know what I'm saying? Or their Tupac or whoever. You know, but right now, you know, they just trying to get the bag.
Yeah.
You got artists that'll say straight up, it ain't about nothing more than getting to this check.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, but for us, it's about the culture. So, you know, so salute to you for respecting the culture. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But I feel like it's coming back. Is it me? I just feel like it's me or it's not me. It's me.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I watch a lot of artists perform on YouTube. Like, I like to see the crowd presence. I like to see what they doing, and I see a lot of people's not hungry no more. I peep that game.
The lady like that.
I'll be like,
I
what?
gotta tell you
Look, do
offline.
you have
I'm currently looking, but
Right.
Go ahead.
I'm just
Big
being
fact.
amen in the church. Damn, bro.
Yeah, he's more than an artist. He got some sense up there.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
For sure. That's why I like, when I perform, I like to go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I like to go crazy. I like to see people be like, oh shit, you gonna
Yo,
do a
you
backflip?
got
Bro?
high-
What you gonna do?
You
I
got
love
high
that.
energy, yo. Like, I was
Love
having
that.
palpitations watching one of your videos. I was like, yo, I'm nervous. You know, I'm a mother. So I was like, oh my God, he's gonna fall. I was like, don't do that. Oh my God, don't do that. So,
I bet the man 30 seconds. He put his phone on my face like, yo, my show's lit, bro.
yeah.
Hanging from the
No
ceiling,
doubt.
going off.
No doubt.
And then he
yo.
goes to the next one like, no, I'm for real lit. And it's turned up.
Yo.
So, like, no matter what,
Yo.
Yeah,
homie
man.
lit. Like,
Yeah,
I
he
don't
is
know
lit.
like, where he performing at, but he is hanging from the ceiling.
Let me tell you,
With one hand.
no shirt on.
And
Ain't
Mike
got the mic
is
in the
out
other. So shout out to, man, that's,
No doubt.
and that's,
Yo,
and
he's a
that's the
performer.
part of the game, like these young cats, like, I enjoy that part of it because at least they have the enthusiasm
Yeah.
for the game.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
I'm not, the mumble thing, the this and that, like, I was a Twista fan back in the day, like E40. Like, it's certain people that people gonna say whatever their style in the movement. But at the end of the day, hip hop has always been fueled by a beat. And it's gonna always be the beat. Whether you beatboxing, breakdancing, the cipher, it's gonna always be the beat. What a person decides to say on top of that beat is their interpretation of that moment. It's not even for me to like.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I've been a part of hugely successful #1 records that I sat in the studio with that artist or that producer or that management and was like, oh, this will never work. umpteen weeks later still #1 at Billboard, I was wrong.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like even the Yachties and like all these dudes that are keeping it real with us and saying, yo, we aren't y'all. Like we here, we getting a check, we got a movement. I'm not trying to be Biggie.
Right.
Like I'm really not even a rapper. I'm an entertainer. I respect that. Because this is the music business in the entertainment industry. So even these guys that everybody, your artists, that's not their real name.
Right.
So they characters from the jump. So I'm not mad at these young cats that are saying, hey, if y'all gonna pay me to entertain you through music,
Right.
we're the ones that put the hip hop label on it. They just doing them. You see what I mean? And so the business side of me is like, you making how much a show? Like, really?
Right.
That's how easy. So in my mind, it's like it's easier to make money for independent artists and new artists by them being in their lane. Like this man can go do shows, go viral, and a year from now, like you can't even touch him. He out of here.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like that's different from back in the day where we were artist development, slow grind, bro. We gotta do this and do that, and then actually press your record up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get you CDs. Like this baby was the shit. Like, oh, you gonna get the
This
$1,000 disc? This
Right.
baby, like you was
Playing.
balling.
Right.
Pen and Pixel had the ill graphics. Like I know I'm dating, but that's like that's the game I come from.
Right.
So to see a Yachty or to see my man right here talk about like, yo, like I'm making high energy music and the fans that attach to it are genuine to them. And that's what back in the day we had to like EPMD.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we had to be a Ghetto Boys fan. Now they can choose whether they like him, whether they like Tekashi, whether they like they have people
so
have a
many.
choice.
Yeah.
So for a guy like this young man to stand out, or for even a Yachty to stand out, like that's effort. So I applaud the effort, and that's what hip hop at its core is. LL wanted the same thing that the Beastie Boys wanted. You see what I'm saying? Biggie wanted the same thing that Pac wanted. So at the end of the day, he wants the same thing that Biggie wants, but the delivery is gonna be his way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like real hip hop
His lane.
is real hip hop. Whether I like the music a lot personally,
Right.
doesn't matter, because that man gonna get 70 million streams
Yeah.
of people that will never ask my opinion on what I think about music.
Right.
And that's just real facts.
But let me ask y'all something. So, rap artists are called rappers. So, are trap artists trappers? Are they still rappers? Like, I know, don't judge me. I just want to know because it's trap music. It's not rap
No
music.
disrespect to the real trappers out there.
I'm just saying. I just want to understand. Yeah, dude.
Hold on.
That's not a cosign for the real trappers.
I just want to understand because do we consider trap music rapping? If like somebody explain to me.
I have
I'm just a
heard
music enthusiast.
hip hop. There's a hip hop.
Because
There
I
is
feel like
a-
hip hop should not be trap. I don't feel like it's the same.
There is a trans trap
Huh?
type
Did
of
you
thing.
say trans?
Yeah, like trance music, like EDM. So it's like
Right.
that level of house
Okay.
mix that these guys are. That's kind of like the key that they recorded.
Okay.
So it's been called like a trans trap.
Okay.
But to them, it's just like more and more they're just calling it music.
Just
Right? They're not.
Yeah.
It's not a label,
no labels.
and that's the hard part. We're still saying it's 2% milk, it's whole. They just saying it's milk.
Diluted.
Yeah, they just say no, it's milk. Like, and again, like I don't digest the milk the same as them.
I'm lactose intolerant.
But I'm also at the point of my life where I'm able to know quality.
There you go.
You see what I'm saying? So I can look back and say, no matter what this man lyrically is talking about, but like you said, the overall package, the mindset, because I work with artists for longevity.
Right.
You see what I mean? So like the fact that you can put out, like Cardi, I challenge Cardi 5 years from now, where's Cardi gonna be? You know what I mean? And this isn't a knock,
Not right.
but for hip hop, like it's hard for a
I
Drake
said
to
that
go
before.
10 years and still be relevant. Drake has been around 10 years now. So when you
Wow,
start
10 years?
exactly.
That's wild.
So when you start to look at that and you like, and he just where he is and sustaining, that's a hard thing to put on an artist album after album, tour after tour, year after year. So these young cats, they come and go so quick because they get burnt out. And because they don't have the artist development and they don't have the training, or their manager is their homeboy who sold the weed, but now he got to deal with such and such records, that's all great. You're going to make $5 million max in your career span, and then we'll holler at you.
Right.
So that's how I look at it. So I get it, but that's $5 million in our community times 10 or 20 of these guys that we would have never seen. That's $100 million that we still brought in just from the power of the extension of hip hop. You see him? So I look at that. So I salute. I want him to sell out arenas.
Yeah.
Mumbling, flipping, whatever. Just still authentically us.
Keep the crowd moving, man. Just keep the crowd moving. Do what you got to do.
Yeah, bring that check in.
Yeah. Get it popping.
Because country ain't stopping.
Yeah.
And
Rock and
even-
roll not stopping.
You're right.
They going.
Even if you look at rock and roll evolved into something else. You know, you got your metal, you got, you know, your grunge. Like it, I feel like hip hop at 40 had to evolve, because any culture has to evolve in order to continue.
Right.
Like that's just natural.
That's true.
So a lot of the, you know, purists are upset because of how it evolved. But at the end of the day, it had to. In order for it to stay around, it had to. You know, you needed your mumble, you needed your trap, you needed, but it still doesn't take away from, this is the father. Like, hip hop is the father. Everything else came from hip hop. You know what I'm saying? The trap, and like Wendell said, like, you got trap soul. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like trap soul.
Yeah, like, yo, like, shout out to trap. You know what I'm
Shout out to
saying?
trap soul.
Cause yo,
I
it's
think
giving,
nails trap soul.
it's giving subcultures. So yeah, I mean, yo, I'm not mad at this generation. Like, they doing what they do, and they're bringing in revenue, and you know what? That's what hip hop was always about. You know what I'm saying? It was about us finding a way to get out the hoods, to create and express ourselves,
Tell our stories.
and tell our stories. So yeah.
Facts.
Celebrate the culture.
No doubt. Shout out to the culture.
Shout out to the culture.
And not being a culture vulture.
Right,
Nah, we
right.
definitely
culture
can't do
vultures.
that.
No culture vultures allowed.
Can't do that.
Yoko, let me ask you something. Are you in a relationship?
I am. And I was actually about to say something about that.
Yeah, okay, go ahead. Talk about your lady. He was ready to give us a shout out. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, you already know what it is. Shout out Supernova, you know what I'm saying? She the real main reason why I'm down here.
Yeah.
Like I didn't have I wouldn't say nowhere to go because I had my grandmama, but hey, come on, man, grandmama rules be serious. You can't leave after this time. You can't do that. You can't touch fish bait after this time. I'm 21. But yeah, but you know, shout out to Granny, man. She mad cool.
But yeah, talk about the
Oh,
grandma.
yeah, shout out to
Shout out to Granny.
But yeah, like my lady, she's very supportive,
Nice.
like in everything that I do. You know what I'm saying? She sometimes I do like different type of music as well. Like that's why I said when you say like trap, I was like, nah, I'm gonna do it like this. It's like I call it entertainment. You know, because I could go to blues. I could just switch it up like nothing, and I could do a country track if I wanted to,
Yes.
and make that joint pop
Yes.
because I got that
magic.
drive to it.
Got that magic.
And ain't nothing gonna stop me.
Right.
So, like, with that being said, like, my lady, she stopped me a couple times. She's like another cookie line. She's like, nah, get back in the studio. This ain't gonna rock. This definitely not gonna rock.
Dope.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And I respect her for that because she know music.
Okay.
And,
So
you
she
know,
doesn't coddle you just to, oh yeah, it's nice, baby.
Nah. She not a yes man. You know,
Oh,
I got a
awesome.
million yes men. Man, they love to see me fall. I'm like, damn. I
As
bet.
long as you know, bro.
So how long have you and her been together? I'm going somewhere with this. That's what I'm asking.
We've been together 4 years now.
Okay, that's dope. So the reason why I'm asking is because, you know, with all the, you know, we're watching the whole Cardi and Offset thing play out.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's in their business. And listen, I ain't about to talk about Cardi's baby father because she warned us not to talk about her baby father. I'm not about to talk bad about nobody. I'm just asking a question to Yoko about how do you sustain a relationship being an artist? Like, you know, has that put any strain on your relationship? Because I'm sure you've had like fans, female fans.
Man, what? Look, my lady Asian. So
All right, yes, Haitian lady.
it's real like that, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You
Like,
know what it is.
Say no more.
but
Haitian lady right here, Haitian lady right here. Shout out to her. Right?
you know what I'm saying? So I just put it like this, like, we gotta understand me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's
You
understandable.
look, God gave us eyes, I'ma look, but just don't over boundary, don't touch. I ain't gonna touch either. It's like that. Like, you know, and like we've been doing pretty good, I ain't gonna lie. We're
Okay.
doing pretty good. We had a couple ups and downs, but I ain't gonna
As
speak
everyone
on that.
does. As
You know,
everyone
that's
does.
life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
You're still
Only
there.
true love is gonna tell you the truth. You feel
Yeah.
me? Like if you fucking up, you fucking up. Hey, you don't like it? Sorry. You fucked up.
Should have fucked up.
Right.
Shout out my wife for make sure she tell me that several times a week.
You need that. You need
Yeah,
that.
make sure, like, yo.
Make sure she tell you fucked up.
You do. You know what I mean?
Shout it out.
I mean, that's another reason why actually, again, I'm gonna keep saying it. At first, I wasn't really on the Cardi train. I'm still not on the Cardi train. However, there's a lot of aspects of Cardi that I respect. Like, I definitely respect the fact that she's holding her ground right now with the way that she feels. As far as feeling she got disrespected. I'm going somewhere with this gentleman because I see y'all looking at me already, right? So I see everyone out here promoting, take that man back. You know, everybody's doing that. So I got a question for the gentleman here. Like, do y'all think, and I'm not saying, wait, okay, first let me ask, do y'all think that he should get a pass this time? I'm going somewhere with this, so I need a yes or no. Y'all don't want to do that?
I have to recuse
G code?
myself
Yeah.
because I know
Okay.
too much information.
So here we go. All right, so then I'm going to take that question off the table.
Right, 'cause I have no comment.
You gotta love men, boy. You gotta love
Oh,
men.
yeah.
The G code is real. The G code is so real. Like, yeah, that's the only time y'all keep codes. The
Shout out my nigga Offset, man. You feel me?
Yeah.
Shout out Cardi.
That is
Yeah.
the only time that y'all
Yeah.
really keep it like a buck. When it comes to the bros,
Whoa.
ain't nobody.
That's the only time?
Wow.
Let's speak on that.
Okay, don't turn it around on
I'm
me.
just saying.
But let me ask y'all something. If a woman, if it was like on the other side, if it was a woman who stepped out, do y'all think that the crowd's reaction would be, take her back, take her back? Like, I mean, let's speak on that.
Well, this is what I say. Yo, I have no respect for the dudes out here that's turning on Offset. The women I kind of understand. The women talking about, you know, what they talking about. I get it. But the dudes out there hating on
That's kinda crazy.
Offset
That's
is
kinda
whack.
crazy. Yeah, that's
Because
Them dudes don't want Cardi though.
They won't cut. Yeah,
yeah,
they
like
won't cut.
cause see, this is my thing. I can't say whether they should get back or not. That's on them.
Right, true.
You know what I'm saying? But what I will say is I respect Offset and what he's doing, because Offset is basically showing, yo, ain't nothing wrong to want your woman.
Yeah. you're
Ain't
right.
nothing wrong to try to get your woman back. Ain't nothing wrong to quote unquote play yourself.
And put your ego aside.
Yeah, and you know, like, yo, that's what we need to do. Like, I feel like that's what our generation,
True.
the 90s hip hop, like, when I would listen to certain rappers and I see their videos and they got 50 women around them and they doing this in the videos and all that, and then when the camera cut, they go run into their wife, and I'm like, oh,
Right.
really?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where Offset is showing like, yo, you know what? I don't care how y'all feel.
Right, right.
I miss my wife.
Yes,
I miss my kid.
yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I think
I
that
respect
that's
that
something
too.
that need to be shown.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Yeah.
I definitely respect that. And I think that's why I really respect Cardi for saying what she said when she said, you know, she don't have any respect for anyone who's talking crazy about her child's father. Like, I really got a whole nother level of respect for Cardi when she, regardless to how she felt about the situation, she still could put that aside and said, I ain't gonna let y'all talk on my husband. That's that. I got beef with him, but I ain't gonna let y'all shit on him. Like that, I respect as a
That's
woman
a
because
real
not too many women do that. You know, so for her to do that, that's a different level of love. Because just because I got beef with you, don't mean I'm going to let the next man talk shady about you.
That's
And
real.
I definitely give her all the respect for that.
It's real.
You just going to hold your mouth the whole
I'm
time?
currently still recused.
I like
What I can say
Yes.
is, when you're in a position in life as an artist to get good PR and marketing,
Yes.
you should invest well. You never know when it's gonna come back to help you.
Facts.
So I'll stay with
Going back to your point.
you. Yeah. But can I say one thing that
Please.
kind of changed the subject for 2018? Two reasons I still do this business.
Mhm.
Because I don't have to.
Okay.
And I'm humbly, and God has truly blessed me to be able to say that.
Mhm.
Two reasons. One is to meet cats like this,
Mhm.
to see them now and 5 years from now
Woo.
be that star that they deserve to be and
Absolutely.
earned.
Mhm.
The second thing is, I lost a lot of people to depression and gun violence. And so I'm still in this game. So for the Mac Millers and the Young Greatnesses, and even Love Butt Starsky,
Mhm.
Craig Mack, like shout out
Oh, Craig
the
Mack.
fact that the people we lost this year, and then how we lost them.
Mhm.
So I still play this game to hear songs like Put the Guns Down, like,
Yes.
and to see cats do this because like depression is real in our community, and Charlemagne's doing this whole movement in the
Yes.
book, and that's great, but it's real.
Yeah,
And like, dude got a story. Like, yeah, you see his movement, yeah, you see he lit on stage, but he got a real story. He been through real shit. So you don't never know, like, when you hearing these artists and you pushing their buttons and you trolling
Yeah.
and you doing all this stuff, like, these are still people. You know what I mean? And so, like,
Right.
I have a real distaste for people who overlook depression
Mhm.
and think that the drug use is okay. And I really, really hate people that kill
Yeah.
for no reason.
For no reason.
Shout out X, my bad, left X off. But it's like, yo, like at the end of the day, cats like this fight their whole life to get in a position to do something.
Mhm.
And it's sad that either they take themselves out because it's too much and they didn't know what they were asking for,
Mhm.
or they get taken out. So I still play this game to meet people to try and to say like, yo, like, this isn't the business you want to play around in.
Right.
This isn't the fun. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, like, come here, do your music and craft. You could go down to the Apache and be
I love
happy
Apache.
and go work a real job and be able to get your shit out. Because when you come over here, like, the people die
Right.
literally every day to be a part of the music business. And so it's a humbling fact that I know I can pick up the phone and call certain people who are great or legendary, but I know their pain and their hurt, and that I know I can wake up one day and they might not be here because they decided to take their own life.
Because they can't take it
You feel me?
anymore. Yeah.
But they highly successful.
Right.
So I still play this game to be able to reach people and know that, yeah, we talk about the music and we talk about the this and the feeling, but reach out. Like,
Yeah.
just be like, yo, like, you don't know how good it feels for him to have fans to just really be like, yo, I'm fucking with your shit, bro.
Right.
That man was legitimately happy to show us his video when we just met. If
Right.
I'd have frowned up or turned around or gave negative energy, you don't know what this person going through.
Right.
So as true fans of hip hop and music in 2018, what I want people to take out of it is, like, hip hop is based off love
Mhm.
first. Every battle in hip hop, be it a b-boy or breakdance battle, like, it was even rap battles are determined, they're built to have a winner and then hug or shake
Right.
afterwards.
Dap up
That's where we come from.
Mhm.
So let's stop tearing down our people for their sound. It's just the same as a culture, as a race, and as a everything. Like,
Unity.
we fight too hard. Yeah, we make a lot of money, but we don't make anything compared to how much we hurt each other.
Right.
So out of hip hop, and I'm not trying to be the Debbie Downer, but the music's gonna continue to be great and get better, because that's just how the world works. But we're gonna take ourselves out. And 20 years from now, 30 years from now, it could be a group of people having a conversation about hip hop that don't look like us,
Right.
because we're extinct. You feel me? So like, keep the mumble rap, keep the trap rap, just keep us something to build on so we can be here, because these conversations are real, and if not, my man will be performing to an audience of penguins, like in Antarctica.
Right.
He gonna sell out.
Right.
You feel me? It don't matter.
Hey, they gonna
Cool.
do that too.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
but we won't have a platform to stand on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I want to take out of 2018. Just stop taking ourselves out. Violence, mental, alcohol, drugs.
Yeah.
Just stop. Like, we blessed.
Absolutely.
Stop. Live your best life. That's the only time I'm gonna say this.
Say that,
live
right?
your best life.
Right.
Just live.
Right. Your
Stop.
real life.
Just
Your real-
live.
Yeah,
That's
just
the
live.
key. Just live.
I think
Yeah.
that's definitely an excellent point. And to piggyback off of that, like I want to ask you, Yoko, how do you stay grounded? Like, because I mean, it's, as you heard him say, it's important to stay grounded in that business, and you haven't even reached the heights of your career yet. And like I said, I see you. I see the crowds that you perform for. Like,
Right.
how do you, and of course you're gonna go through real life situations on the side that no one sees. So how do you stay grounded and keep your energy so lit and so excited when you perform?
I just picture my mom being with me, and it's a fact that she is with me.
Mhm.
No matter where I'm at, she's always gonna be with me. But I picture her with me, like dancing in the crowd somewhere, and it's like, you know what? I'm about to go stupid. I'm just about to go crazy. Like, I feel like really most of that anger that I got built in me because I can't like do nothing to the person that killed her because he killed himself. So with that being said, my anger and like my aggression is going towards the music. Like, I'm turned up 24/7. I gotta be. Like, that's the only thing that really keeps my mind motivated. Like, I stay motivated. Like, my mind's always racing. Always. And I don't do no type of drugs. Like, like literally nothing. Only thing I do is good energy. I just stay positive. That's the only thing I'm trying to do.
You don't drink?
I do drink.
Okay.
I ain't no front now.
Okay.
I
You
drink.
grown. You grown. You can drink. I'm just saying.
Over 21.
Yeah, you
Look, I might not look like I'm old enough to drink.
No. But you know not to go crazy with it.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. You drink responsibly.
Oh yeah.
Okay. That's the term.
Me too.
Drink
I know.
responsibly. Yes, we promote drinking responsibly. So yeah.
I challenge anybody to say that young man ain't hip hop right there.
Yeah, he
That's hip hop.
That
You know what
man
I'm
said
saying?
Biggie off
Yeah,
real.
and it ain't about how you feel about the lyrics or the flow or whatever, but just his story and all that. That's hip hop. Yeah. So that's the essence right there. You know
The
what I'm
look in
saying?
his eye as he talk about
Yes.
it.
Yeah, that's hip hop all the way.
He's present, like he's here. Sometimes they got to look in their eye, they just all over the place.
Well, I'm a certified, authentic hip hop head stamped from several places around the world, bro. And I'll tell you, you feel me? I'll smack a motherfucker behind you. You feel me? I got my hands ready.
No doubt. We gonna put down the gun.
My hands up. Let him say something. I'm ready for you. I believe in you.
We
bro.
got
Your
Yoko
energy.
over here. We got Yoko
Yeah,
over
man.
here.
Real.
That's what's up. Well, I think this was a very interesting talk.
Definitely.
Anybody got anything else they want to get off their chest? Are we good for episode 3?
I appreciate that invite. Thank y'all so
Yes.
much. The energy was crazy.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's a pleasure
appreciate
having
you.
y'all.
Big facts. Good energy. Everybody was good. Meeting good people. That's what it's all about. You feel
Right.
me? But with this being said,
I need you to give your shout outs.
I
Go ahead. I
would
was giving it to
love
you.
to.
I was giving it to you.
Give my
I was
shout
ready.
outs,
I was
man.
about to. I was saying, anybody want to give shout outs? I was pointing to you. Go ahead. Give more.
Shout out Kid Kamikaze, man, for putting a whole lot of producing work into my stuff, you feel me? Shout out Jamie Hash for putting it down, man. I know you out there doing your thing. look, man, the whole clique, everybody out there. If I ever met you and I rock with you, shout out to you. If I met you and I don't rock with you, shout out to you anyway. You know what I'm saying? I don't wish no harm on nobody, man. Turn the fuck up, do your thing, be great at what you do. Follow my Instagram, you feel me? Yeah, that's YUNG. Hold on, matter of fact, I almost gave y'all all the wrong.
Yeah, you
Instagram.
changed it,
I
remember?
changed my name recently. Y'all was wondering. So that's YOKO TWAZY. What YOKO TWAZY stand for is on some whole another anime type shit. I love anime, just point blank, period. You know what I'm saying? I got an album, and that album's gonna be called Super Saiyan Blue. Yeah, you feel me? So yeah, it's like that. But that's YOKO TWAZY. And when you type that in, you're gonna find my crazy ass. You're gonna pipe up with me, man.
Yeah, you're gonna feel that energy. I promise you that.
Oh yeah, you're gonna pipe up, trust me.
That's it for your shout outs? You good?
When's the album
Shout out the
coming
lady
out?
one more time. Shout out the lady one more time.
Oh, you know I got
We like
shout out
shout
one
outs.
supernova, you feel me? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? My Shari, you feel me? Yeah.
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 When's the album coming out? You have a date yet?
I wanna drop it by next week.
Oh, okay.
Definitely, yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I've been working hard. I got 2 albums right now.
Wow.
And I'm just gonna drop the hype one right now.
Okay.
Cause that's the way I feel. I feel hype right now.
Yes.
You know, the other ones on some low key, cool, you know what I'm saying, type shit. I ain't gonna front, I got this track called One Day. Man,
I listened to it.
for every artist out there, listen to that One Day, and I ain't telling you just to listen to it and you can like it, you can do whatever you want to it, but listen to the first verse at least. Because you gonna feel the same way, bro, like getting pushed away, getting them no's and all that bullshit like that, and then when you get that yes, you gonna be like, oh shit, turn up.
Yes.
I put on for my family now. You feel me? Like it's serious.
Yeah.
Bump that shit, bro.
Yoko is definitely a vibe.
That
Yeah.
is a whole situation.
It's a vibe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's a vibe.
It was crazy.
Mr. Wendell, you got any shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, man. Shout out my brother E, cause he always like, yo, know the move. Shout out my man E.CANADA. Shout you out for
Appreciate
having me. I guess I need to shout my squad out.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Shout your squad
Shout
out.
out my wife, Stefani, cause without her, you feel me? That's my manager. So she managed the manager of managers. Shout out Bobby Drake. Shout out Gifted Music. That's G1. Gifted. We spell it Gifted G1. Shout out Prince J. Shout out Lyric. Roche. Shout out Travis. Shout out. I have an extensive. Shout out Benjamin Ken. Shout out
I'm
Walt.
trying to make sure nobody mad.
Finesse. I'm trying to make sure I got my roster for 2019.
Right.
This is like the first time they hearing this public. I'm just making sure.
They're like, oh, you ain't shout me out? I ain't nobody?
Shout out America. You made it, baby. We going.
Hey.
I think that's 7. Yeah, if you didn't make this.
If you didn't make the list?
You found out just now you didn't make the distribution list. Yeah. Distribution coming 2019 for everybody I just mentioned.
All right.
Yeah, shout them out because they just got a deal.
Damn, congratulations.
Damn, I left somebody out. Ooh,
You left somebody out?
Yeah.
You remember, go
I
ahead,
got
next
8.
week.
That's
I
what's
signed 8.
Oh.
I just mentioned 7.
Now, where can they find you at?
Congrats
What can they
on
find?
Social media.
Do he want to get that up? Look, he likes you. Like, why you put me on the spot, son?
I'm just saying, we're trying to get numbers up. Yeah.
After Mr. Wendell, THEMRWENDELL. I don't have big numbers on my social media on purpose. Thanks,
Right.
E.
Right, I'm like,
I'm also a writer and director, so we're working on a couple projects. So hopefully, we'll hope to have my first feature done next year amidst all this other stuff. So
dope.
shout out creatives as a whole.
So I got a script. I do though, but
Wow.
nah, I do not.
Go.
I do.
Real quick.
I really do.
My
Go
bad,
ahead.
real
Oh,
quick.
he ain't done.
Yo, I'm tripping, man. I forgot to shout all y'all out, man.
Oh.
For even like inviting me, my bad.
Of course.
You feel me?
Of course.
Like I told you, my mom be everywhere. Man.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's all shit, man.
Mine's too. ADD.
I love
I got
y'all,
ADD.
man.
That's
Hey,
just
they
all.
don't know.
They don't know about that ADD.
No, hold on, real quick. I'm making it short and sweet. Got
Uh-huh.
a song called ADD. I have ADHD. If you have ADD, that means you are turned the fuck up. That is not attention depth disorder. Whatever the fuck the doctor tell you that shit is. It means you just turn up till you can't turn up no more. Got a music video on YouTube.
Yes.
It's like literally just put an A and then 6 D's.
6 Ds.
And you gonna find that shit lit.
Yes.
Real lit.
That's what's up.
Very lit.
Wow.
All right, E, you got shout outs?
Yo, I just gotta shout out our wonderful guests, yo. Like, this has definitely been an epic episode. Like, you know, for the culture and hopefully for people to kind of understand, you know, hip hop as a whole and what it represents, what it doesn't represent. So, you know, like I said, shout out to our guests. Always shout out to Miss Sin, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to my man behind the camera too, cause he don't never get no
Dwayne
love,
don't
yo.
get no
He
props.
don't
My
never get no
cameraman
love, yo.
Dwayne, young
That's
buck, the
right.
youngster.
Straight
Yes.
Marvel head.
Shout out to Dwayne, who's holding us down with the camera work.
Long live hip hop.
No doubt.
All right, y'all. Well, that's it for episode 3. Guys, I'm so glad you guys were here to join me on this discussion. Thank you for kicking it with me today. And we want to wish you guys out there a safe and happy holiday. Peace and blessings to all. And don't forget to turn your light on and go out there and brighten someone else's day. Stay lit, y'all.